Hey kids, have you ever looked at a fish swimming around in the tank and wondered, how do they do that? I mean, we live on land, right? We breathe air with our noses and our lungs. If we tried to breathe underwater, well, that wouldn't work out so well. But fish, they live their whole lives underwater. How do they breathe? Do they have some kind of secret superpower? The answer is yes. It's a superpower called Gills. Let's find out how it works. First, you need to know a little secret about water. Even though you can't see it, there's actually air mixed into the water. It's a special kind of air called oxygen, and it's what we need to live. Think about making lemonade. You stir sugar into the water, and it disappears, right? But you know it's still there because the water tastes sweet. Oxygen is kind of like that sugar. It dissolves in the water, so it's there for the fish to breathe, even though we can't see it. It's everywhere in the water, from the top of the ocean to the bottom of a pond. So, the oxygen is in the water. But how does a fish get it out? That's where their superpower comes in. The gills. Look closely at a fish. On the sides of its head, just behind its eyes, you'll see these little slits that open and close. Those are the gills. Fish don't have noses like we do. They use their gills to breathe. You can think of gills as a super cool, built-in filter, like a tiny sieve you might use in the kitchen. But instead of filtering pasta, they filter oxygen. It's a really clever design that nature came up with. Now for the really cool part, how it all works. Imagine a fun water filtering game. The fish starts by opening its mouth and taking a big gulp of water. But it doesn't swallow it. Instead, that water flows from its mouth and straight over the gills. The gills are made up of lots of tiny, feathery parts, almost like a comb. As the water passes over them, these feathery parts act like magnets for oxygen. They grab all the tiny bits of dissolved oxygen out of the water. This oxygen then goes into the fish's blood and gets carried all around its body to give it energy to swim and play. So what happens to the water after the gills have taken all the oxygen? Well, the fish doesn't need it anymore. So, the extra water just flows out through the openings on the sides of the fish's head. It's a continuous process. Water in the mouth, over the gills to grab the oxygen, and then water out the sides. In, over, out, in, over, out. It's like a non-stop breathing machine. The fish is constantly drinking water, but it's really just passing it through its special breathing system. To put it simply, our bodies are built for land, and a fish's body is built for water. We have lungs that are perfect for filtering oxygen out of the air we breathe. A fish has gills that are perfect for filtering oxygen out of the water they live in. Your lungs are for filtering air, and a fish's gills are for filtering water. That's why we can't breathe underwater, and that's also why a fish can live its whole life there and never, ever choke on the water. It's all thanks to their amazing superpower, the gills. Isn't that fascinating? The next time you see a fish, watch its mouth and gills opening and closing. Now you know exactly what it's doing. It's breathing. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you learned something cool today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing science facts. See you next time.